So guys, this is the tree that we believe is the third oldest in Europe. Just imagine seeing the fruit on it that is 2,000 years old. They say that the trunk of the olive, even if you cut it at 200 years, it looks like it's dead. Again, the branches can come out. The olive tree, you know, if you remember from the school, let's wait for them, I thought they were not coming. Here is your vehicle coming. I remember from the school they used to tell us that the age of the tree, you know when you cut the trunk and you count the circle. But what do you cut here? And where? The trunk of the olive tree expands. Be careful because the ground is uneven. It expands every 10 years just 1 centimeter. So if you want to try to figure out how old it is, feel free to do that. Why do they look like this? There is a nice story from the Greek mythology that explains why the olive trees, the trunk, splits. That's the story of the chair. There is a story about the father of all the gods, Zeus. The story says that he had a friend, an old couple. He liked them very much, they were mortal, very poor people. But they were so much in love with each other that he always used to laugh at them and tell them, well, I can't imagine that you never asked me to give you something. You live so miserable life. There's no money, no home, nothing nice. They used to say, we don't want anything. We have our small house. What we need in our lives, we have it. We love each other so much that that's all that matters. One day, the old man called Zeus and told him that they needed him. He went to see them, thinking finally they became a bit practical and they will ask for something. But he was surprised. The old man was very sick. And he said to him, listen, finally there is something that you can do for us. I feel so bad. I think I'm going to die. We can't imagine that one of us will die and leave the other behind. So we want you to arrange that we go the same moment. Zeus was really surprised. He said, well, that's stupid. If I was mortal, my wife, Goddess Hera, will be the first one to dance on my grave. But they didn't want to discuss it. They said, that's the night. They went to bed. They never woke up. God Zeus arranged for them. He didn't feel very well about what he did because he liked them very much, but he had no choice. So he went to see them next day, and when he saw them lying on their bed, in their small house, in each other's arms, with this beautiful death of both of them, with this peaceful smile on their faces. He thought that it was such a touching sight. They imagined the gods from the mythology are very strong, no feelings, but he really was emotional when he saw them. And he said to himself, I really have to create something that reminds people always what is the important thing in our lives, the only one that it's worth living for. And of course, him of his loving friends. So he walked around in the nature trying to find something that looks like an old person, that looks like the old couple. He couldn't find anything. He was walking and walking. Suddenly he saw an olive tree, a very old one, but at that time just one piece trunk. So he suddenly had an idea. He said, I know what I'm going to do. From now on, every olive tree that gets really old, I will make it split in two, so that these two parts is white around the trunk, and that they look like the arms of the old couple as a memorial to true love. You don't like my story? You're probably wondering why this one has got three. I don't know. Must be the third person in the story. But pay attention from now that every olive tree, guys, excuse me, is it your car? Can you please move it, darling? It's a monument here, so we don't leave the car. Thank you. So all the olive trees split into And that's why it's always related with the love and the lover. If you look in the evening, and even now, with a bit of imagination, what's always in your life, at the olive grove, from the distance, it really looks like the couple standing and hugging. That's why the olive is always associated with lovers, as for example, cypress tree that we mentioned, with the dead star or the earth.